In what can only be described as absolute disaster, the Chicago Bears blow a late lead and lose to the Detroit Lions by a final score of 31-26. They were up 26-21 with 3 minutes remaining in this game and lost. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL, and here to talk about that painful loss, which should have never been a loss, to the Detroit Lions that the Chicago Bears just had. I am sick to my stomach having just watched that. Like, it's when you have something literally in your hands and it gets taken away from you before you're able to properly hold it and grab it. That's what that potential win felt like, because that was gut-wrenching. We have a lot to talk about here. So let's start first and foremost which we always do, which is the quarterback, Justin Fields. He made his return in this game after a multi-week absence. And Justin Fields, all right, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Justin Fields at the end had a careless, clueless turnover that essentially ended the game. All right, I get it. The protection got blown up, but Justin Fields did not have the pocket awareness to know that Aiden Hutchinson is just barreling down his right side and is going to strip Justin Fields of the football and effectively end the game. All right, I want to start there because I know that's what people want to talk about, so let me just address it right there. First and foremost, Justin Fields on that play was clueless and careless. He should have known better. I get it. He was trying to look down the field, but you got to have the pocket awareness. And this is one of the flaws with Fields, right, is that in the pocket sometimes he takes, and he didn't take too long here, but he should have better pocket awareness to know, hey, both sides, am I good here? Is an edge rusher coming here to potentially sack me or strip the football away from me? Because if they do, that's it. That's the game right there, right? So that was all, I believe, on Justin Fields, that play. All right? But the game does not just happen in the last 2 minutes, right? You have an entirety of a game, and for the entirety of the game, Justin Fields was pretty spot on. He was pretty solid. Now, his numbers weren't eye-popping. 16 for 23 passing for 169 passing yards and a passing touchdown. But he also did have, on the ground, 18 rushes for 104 rushing yards. And we saw him just, get back to being that rushing dynamic quarterback that we know him to be. But for the most part, Justin Fields had a very solid game. He was the main reason the Bears were up in this game. All right? He was the main reason they were up in this game. And so, credit needs to be given where it's deserved. He was the main proponent of the Bears being able to almost upsetting the Lions. All right? So that's the thing with Justin Fields. And I could talk about a variety of plays where, man, there was a lot of yards left on the field. The deep shot to Tyler Scott, which I think would have effectively ended the game. Tyler Scott just stopped running as much as he should have. Like, if he just kept going and did not hesitate for a second there, try to stop, that's a dime right there for a touchdown or a very long game. And that ball was perfectly placed by Justin Fields on that one. Justin Fields had the 30-yard run down the left sideline, which he gave a little dance at the end there. That was a big play. So Justin Fields, time after time, made big plays in this game. I didn't even mention the touchdown down the right sideline to DJ Moore, which was a beauty. He made plays. The last play was disastrous, but he made plays throughout the entire game. Where I believe the Bears lost this game is the conservativeness in the last few minutes. Up 26-21 with 2:59 left in the game, knowing that the Lions are expecting you to run the football, and they have a very good run defense, Luke Getsy dials up not one but two runs, and they go for 1.0 by Khalil Herbert. Not Khalil Herbert's fault. Not anyone else's fault besides Luke Getsy. Because in that instance, I get it. You're trying to burn timeouts, right, for the other team, and they did. Detroit used 2 timeouts. So I'm not trying to, play revisionist history here, and hindsight is 20/20, and I know exactly what's going to happen here. What I'm trying to tell you is, look, the running game was okay. It wasn't excellent, but you got to be able to challenge Detroit. You can't play not to lose. You got to play to win. And here's what I don't understand, which is, look, this is not a playoff game. You're not in the championship. Like, you're 3-7, all right? You can take chances here, all right? I get it, right? The first time, if you want to run the football and just see what happens, cool. But not the second time, all right? And then it's like 3rd and long, and then you're putting your quarterback in a bad spot, and of course we don't convert and we got to punt. And that's the thing that's so annoying here, is that the Bears were conservative the entire game. They kept going for it on 4th down, but when it came time to stay aggressive and keep your foot on the gas pedal, they let go. And while watching that game, I could just feel it. I'm like, man, we're being conservative here. Lions have been awful the entire game, but this offense is late. They're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming, and they're not going to go away. And that's exactly what ended up happening. They kept coming. And eventually Jared Goff got right, and Lions were able to score a couple touchdowns and win that game. Let's talk about Matt Eberflus. His defense, right, was very solid today, and it looked like they had Jared Goff kind of rattled. But I will say, man, Jared Goff just made some bad throws that I don't think had much to do with the defense. Like, those are just bad throws. You just don't make those throws. Like, he was literally just throwing to the Bears players. So I don't want to give all the credit in the world to Matt Eberflus there, but the defense did play well. Yeah, definitely. We got a bunch of interceptions, 3 to be exact, sacks. Montez Sweat had his first sack as the Chicago Bears. The defense played well. But then at the end, they broke down. When the Lions got the football, they were able to move the football down the field so easily. Boom, 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 touchdown. Boom, 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 touchdown. What happened to the defense that was so stout through the entire game, that was giving Jared Goff fits? All of a sudden, 2-minute drill, the Bears defense can't stop anything? They can't stop a nosebleed? Like, what's going on here? So, at the end, everything falls apart. The defense, which has been playing well throughout the entire game, falls apart. Luke Getsy, with this play calling, which was pretty solid throughout the entire game, he falls apart. And then Justin Fields, who was solid the entire game, at the end, falls apart with that play. So it was just disaster on disaster on disaster, and you really, really hate to see it because, man, this win would have done so much for this team in terms of just morale, in terms of just chemistry, in terms of just confidence. You're talking about beating the team leading the division, a very solid Detroit Lions team on the road in Detroit. That would have worked wonders for us. I'm not saying the Bears season is going anywhere, but hey, it would have been a nice momentum booster. But now, it's the exact opposite. Staring right down the barrel of the basement and looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing who the heck do we blame this time? Well, it's a little bit of everybody. But mainly I'm putting this one more so on the coaches than the players here. Totally get that Justin Fields made a mistake in that last one, which he shouldn't have, fumbling away that football, getting stripped. But we should not have gone conservative in the end there. And this was a winnable game, and the Bears just blew it. It sucks. It hurts to watch. And I wish I was making a different video about a different outcome. But here we are. So let me know what you guys think, man. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.